when you immigrate and when you travel to somewhere else, you can't carry your homeland in your suitcase. You can't carry your culture in your suitcase. I was thinking, how can I communicate to the people here? I decided to find a language who doesn't require to translate, and it was art. When I came to Australia, I was a mathematician and engineer. For several years, I worked in projects. I couldn't communicate all the people in Australia. I decided to do a revolution in my life. And I decided to study in art. Unconsciously, I found some relation between Australian indigenous art and Persian architecture and art. Is something similar in geometric design of architecture art from Persia and geometric design in Aboriginal painting. Through my study at uni, I researched about that and I had a revelation. The Boss Nation started from works on rocks thousand years ago. In both artworks, most primitive artworks, you can see the people shoulder to shoulder, hands to hands in both artworks. And it really makes me cry when I feel, oh my God, how impressive, how beautiful. And it really, I got inspired of that. I'm coming from a country from thousand years history and cultures. My identity coming from thousand years architecture might comes from even Persian carpets that I was growing up on that. Comes from the calligraphy that I was watching when I was a kid on the wall of our house, our place. And my grandparents was written that. The music, the poems, the carpets, architecture, whatever I grow up in that atmosphere in my homeland. Even the lullaby my mom was singing for me. For the first layers I use acrylic because I do blocks, and it's a repetition of blocks. Acrylic helps me to do softly and it dries very quickly. Then for second layer or sometimes third layer, I apply oil to give my artwork more textures and more quality actually. This artwork can be a good example of combination between Persian calligraphy, Persian architecture design and pattern, and Aboriginal design and pattern painting. As a Persian artist, I'm not allowed to do any dot painting because it's a rule. Only indigenous people are allowed to do dot painting. It's bricks and blocks, so it's not an indigenous artwork. Art is only language doesn't require to translate. As a migrant, it helps me to feel more confident because I have something to tell to all the people, and I try to add something and gift something to my second country. I had something from my homeland and I mix it with something that I've learned in Australia and I gift it to my second country. And it's my passion actually.